Hi, it's TJ here again. Welcome to the Imaginary Gallery. Tonight's discussion is the narcissist's lack of accountability. I have two examples to share for you. Number one was a person who fits all of the characteristics of the cluster B personality disorders that I was involved with when I was 21 years old, a long time ago. And what happened was a letter came in the mail, and he brought it in, and he gave it to his wife after looking at it, and I saw it. It was like one paragraph. He passed it on and said, "Hey, read this. Does it say anything important?" And I could see it like for what it was, and it just struck me as kind of strange. Plus, I knew that whenever he'd written anything to me, it was always kind of misspelled. It was kind of awkward and wrong. So I finally went to him. It's like, hey, what's the deal? Why aren't you able to read or write effectively? And the answer I got was, well, when I went to school, the teachers didn't know how to teach reading and writing properly. So, because of that, I didn't ever learn. And I thought, okay. Lack of accountability. Because you could ask, well, what did you do? Did you go to a different teacher? Did you enlist in some other class? But again, those questions were not asked. So, example 2. You meet somebody who is head over heels for you, and then they happen to mention at one point, oh, I do have a terrible credit history. And so you ask, well, why do you have a terrible credit history? And your answer is, oh, well, throughout my last several years, I always help other people with my money. So as a result, I ignored my own bills. So that's why my credit history is bad. Bingo, twice. Both of these examples are stating that I can't read or write, I don't pay my bills because of somebody else, something else. That is a common issue with the narcissistic personality disorder or all the cluster Bs, because they're not to blame. So if something like a public record or something that shows on paper indicates they're in a negative number, well, it's not their fault. It's somebody else's fault. Now, pretty soon I'll be doing a new video about poor financial management, which is another issue that's common to people with the cluster B personality disorders. But for the moment, this is just an illustration of how if you're involved with someone who has something that might be wrong with their situation, their reputation, or their credit history, ask questions. Find out the real story. And if you hear an answer like these, realize that you're probably being fooled.